and welcome to today's 5 with Fitz. The whole value thing is apparently back. Tech companies are getting hit pre-market as I'm recording this, with the 10-year Treasury having topped 1.49% on inflationary fears in the early going. That's up from 1.30% at the end of August and the highest on record since June. As usual though, this is not the real story. Here's my playbook. Number 1, what's really happening and why there's another sell-off? The boffins are telling you that inflationary fears are driving the sell-off because big tech and others tied to growth are more sensitive to higher rates. That's not right, nor is it true. In fact, this sell-off is because of the use of margin, and it's highest in those big tech stocks. That's why those things get dumped quickly when leveraged traders holding them unwind, because the cost of paying back their margin loans gets higher as the yield, aka the cost of money, rises. In plain English, imagine what would happen if your mortgage company suddenly required you to pay 5%, maybe 10%. You'd have a massive number of people that own property dumping their homes overnight to avoid a margin call. Same thing, just with stocks. Tech stocks, by the way, are exactly what you want to buy if you want to beat inflation, starting, of course, with Apple. And while you're at it, the same thing is true with certain energy stocks. Those are already up big in the pre-market, especially like the ones I've recommended in one bar ahead. You can sign up elsewhere. Point 2, how to play Congress before Congress plays you. It's a very simple equation. We roll back into earnings season again. There's a data dump all week long with home prices, durable and capital goods, the Fed speaks, and more. I'm particularly interested in Micron because it will reveal a chip shortage and how those impacts play out, and of course the impact of another Evergrande debt payment due on Wednesday. As for what to do, that's pretty simple. Number 1, I think you lock Congress in a room until they figure things out, but that's just me. So more importantly, buy inverse shares again and plan to hold through Friday as a hedge against shenanigans, or use some S&P 500 put options, an alternative if you've got the skill. And of course, and most importantly, get ready to do shopping. Go shopping for companies you may have missed on the last run. Selling cash secured puts, lowball orders are all great if there's a general sell-off. Point 3, Polestar could do to Tesla what Indian did to Harley. The press is buzzing that Swedish electric car maker Polestar goes public via a SPAC valued at $20 billion, including debt. The deal also reportedly includes a PIPE, which stands for Private Investment in Public Equity, of $250 million from institutional investors. It's going to trade under the ticker PSNY on the NASDAQ. Problem is, this isn't Swedish at all. Polestar is owned by Volvo, and Volvo is a Chinese subsidiary owned by Zhejiang Geely Holdings Group, a Chinese company. Not only that, but Geely recently upped ownership of Polestar to 49.5%. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, you have one decision to make when it comes to China. The dragon is coming to dinner and you can be at the table or on the menu. I'll probably wind up owning both stocks over time, but for now, I favor Tesla. Point 4, a new gene therapy player ready to bolt higher? I've owned AbbVie over the years and am intrigued by a new relationship with Genx Bio, which is intended to commercialize something called RGX-314, a new gene therapy candidate to help treat those with chronic eye disorders. If there's a pullback, these two companies are definitely worth a look. Point 5, Nukes and Bitcoin miners? I am not sure if there's an immediate investment opportunity here, but this is an interesting development, if for no other reason then these are two of the strangest bedfellows I've seen in a long time in a deal that somehow makes plenty of sense. Talon Energy, for example, has formed a joint venture with TeraWulf for development immediately adjacent to the Pennsylvania nuclear plant that's the size of 4 football fields. Energy Harbor Corporation is going to provide juice to Standard Power, Bitcoin miner in Ohio. Unbelievable. Anyway, today's bottom line. People tell me frequently that there's nothing to buy or that stocks are expensive, and you know what? I couldn't disagree more strongly. We are living through a global reset, and there has never been as much opportunity in front of us as there is today. The next generation of millionaires is being created right now. Do not miss the boat. Find the right companies, learn the needed tactics, hone your craft. You got this, I promise. And now, as always, let's start the day strong and make the week even stronger. I'm Keith Fitz-Gerald. See you next time. Thank you for watching today's Morning 5 with Fitz. Click subscribe to get daily market notes right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email versions at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and more.